Dan the Marketing Man Moskal here, and we're talking about the path to success. You see, I grew up the son of a preacher man, and one of the things I recently heard a minister talking about is the fact that he spent 3 years when he was in Bible college school, whatever, to become a minister. Seminary is what they call it. He spent 3 years basically questioning all his beliefs, questioning everything, dry, barren years, you name it. And he said this is the necessary thing to become a Christian. Not necessary to become a minister, but it's not only necessary to become a minister, it's the, quote, hard work to become a Christian. How does this apply to success? Well, big time. Napoleon Hill calls it the trials and the tribulations. And the fact is, you have to be successful on the inside most often before any of the outside things happen, or after you've been dropped on your face from having some of those outside successes. Do you know how many successful people? Walt Disney went bankrupt. Milton Hershey went bankrupt. Like, there are so many alumni of really bad, terrible circumstances. People that pulled everything together, and that was their jet fuel to figure it out. And what the point here is, just like with religion and just like to becoming a Christian, there's trials, tribulations. People have to be, quote, broken. The same thing's true when it comes to success. You and human beings, human nature, you have to have your face firmly planted on the hard concrete before you're willing to make any changes. And let me share this quote with you I heard to finish up here by Tolstoy. And this is a bit of a paraphrasing, but everyone thinks of changing the world, but very few people think of changing themselves. Certainly you've heard that saying about when the man is right, his world is right. This is all goes back to changing yourself, making those other little tweaks. And remember, you're going to be practicing success. And if you're like any people, including myself, you're going to be climbing out from one of those really difficult moments in your life. One of the other last things I want to mention is the really successful people, when they go through those difficult times in life, they can't wait to get to the other side of it because they know that, man, as soon as I get through this, things are going to be so much better. Bad things happen to everybody. Trials, tribulations, that happens to everybody. It's up to you whether or not you're going to change yourself so you can change the rest of the world, or you're going to sit around and wait for the rest of the world to change. If you change yourself, everything else will change. I promise it. I guarantee it. We have 1 million people from Earl Nightingale to Jim Rohn to Napoleon Hill, plus 1 million more that have all been preaching and telling us this stuff, and it is true. Please, especially if you're in a difficult situation, and if you're on top now, please leave a comment and encourage that person who does have their face currently firmly planted on the concrete, because I know you've been there. I've been there. I've been there more than once. And remember, people don't judge you by your failures. They judge you only by your successes, only by what they can see. This is Dan the Marketing Man Moskal, and while the talking heads on TV and the politicians have been banging their drum about our Great Recession, I've been working from home as a college dropout earning over $1 million. You may have even seen me on national TV in my own infomercial. I've written 7 books now, including The Magical Message of Success, available at Amazon, iTunes, Barnes & Noble, on the Kindle, and an audio book. Please have a fantastic afternoon. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please join our congregation for the next service, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.